got the audio playing in your room.
Why is it still playing? Oh, there we go.
There you go. What's up, Rubén?
What's up, man?
The audio playing in your room.
Hold on a second.
You gotta get the video off of the double video. There you go. You good?
Yeah, you there?
I'm here.
All right,
Live.
man. Hello. What's up, everybody? Hey, Paul. That's so funny. Paul, who did you think I was going to think would name themselves Piano Wizardry, man? Hey, Chris, Alex, Bob, Lee, Hedger, Derek, Alex, Michael, John. Hello, hello, hello. So thanks for all to all you guys for showing. Oh, shit. Marcus is here.
Marcus.
Marcus said he might not show up today. Hey, Assad, what's up, mate? Hey, Sean, Derek. Oh, wow, man. Everybody's coming. Cool. Hey, Mel, Chris. Wow. Matthias. All right, man. Well, guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for showing up, man, and supporting me. I'm a rank amateur at this, obviously. But, you know, as I've said before to everybody, I'm just so excited about everything that's been going on with Bill Cox's channel and all the content that he's producing and all the fun we've all been having with each other and the live streams to his show. And I just figured, you know what, I'd like to try it on this end of the camera, and why not? Let's see if we can have some more fun. And in order to do that, of course, as a neophyte, I had to get somebody to help me, and my new awesome friend KaVH here is to take care of everything. So Kavi, by the way, you guys, I need to mention this because not a lot of people know. Kavi actually has on his channel, Comic Books NYC, here on YouTube. He actually has been doing a live, I guess you could call it like a show and tell / chat type original art show called the Original Art Hour, where he has collectors on who do show and tells and they talk about the art. He's actually been doing that live even before Bill started doing live collector chats. And if you look down on my channel, below on the homepage, you guys can actually see I've got all of his Original Art Hour episodes on my page, so you can either see them, watch them there, or go check out Kavi's YouTube page on its own. Kavi, you want to tell them where else they can hit you up at?
Yeah, thanks for that, bud. You can check out pretty much everything I got going on by going to my website, comicbooksnyc.store. But I'm on social media, mostly on Instagram at comicbooksnyc, right here at comicbooksnyc. And my YouTube channel is youtube.com/comicbooksnyc. That's where you can find all my art videos and all my comic book stuff and other things that I do on there. So appreciate the plug. I'm here to, you know, operate the machine while you do your thing. So I'm happy to be here, and this is going to be fun.
Yeah, and awesome. And check it out. Like already Kevin K has come in and said that he's already watched some of your shows. So that's cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so that's really neat. Let me take a second also, real quick, to plug Nick Barucci. Nick, you are, as everybody knows, one of this hobby's biggest, if not the biggest, cheerleader. I appreciate everything you do. Every time that you're in one of these chats, always there to get everybody excited and pump up the likes and the subscribes and all that stuff. And yeah, everything you do for the hobby to try to grow it, which is basically what I sort of want to do as well, right? Try to do my little part to try to make the hobby a little bit more fun and get more people involved in it. And Nick does that amazingly well. So you guys should also check out Nick on his show. He's been doing a show where he tries to do it a little differently, where he does sell some art, but he'll sell like some lower end entry level type art to try to get newer collectors who may not have dipped the toe into the hobby yet. And yeah, you can catch him actually on his YouTube channel, which is called the_EXP followed by The Experience. So the_EXP, The Experience. And check it out too. It's a good show to get entry level people into the hobby as well. So thank you so much, Nick. I really appreciate it. I just want to take a quick moment as well, real quick, if I can, to say bonjour tout le monde, à tous mes amis en France, en Belge et en Suisse. Merci pour tous vos supports. J'espère que vous allez aimer ce que je vais faire ici aujourd'hui et j'espère que vous allez peut-être trouver quelque chose à acheter. And also to my friends in Europe who are of the Spanish language, a todos mis amigos en España, por todo Latinoamérica y claro que en los Estados Unidos también. Gracias por vuestro apoyo y que nada, pues que disfrutéis y espero que encontréis algo para comprar. Vale. All right. Thank you. And that pretty much covers everything. And I guess if there's anything else that you want to say, otherwise we can go into how this is all going to work.
No, man. Let's roll right into it.
All right, man. All right. So what we're doing today is, as you guys probably know from the promo I've done, is there's going to be 40 lots for sale. All the lots, to be clear, they're all numbered by 01 to by 40. So it'll be, the first one by 01, the second one will be by 02, on and on and on until the last one, which is by 40. Because of this, I want you guys in the chat to please enter. When you want to buy something, please enter exactly that information that you see there. And you're going to see that information at the top of every slide that we show on screen with the artwork in really, really big letters and numbers, okay? So just enter BUI 01 or whatever the number is. And that's it. You don't need to enter my name. Please do not enter the word claim. And it's cool if you don't enter the hyphen, that's fine. But just put buy plus the number, and that's it. So clearly, as you guys know, the first person to enter the buy information gets to buy the art. You guys can feel free to make an offer while we're showing the initial 40 lots. But just please understand that because it can easily get chaotic. I may accept it, I may decline it, or I may not even answer you at all. And if I don't answer you, it's not to be rude. It's just because I need to think about it and maybe want to wait till the end of the show where we're going to play a little game of Let's Make a Deal. So as most of the other shows go, this is the portion where I will show all the unsold lots one at a time, obviously. At that point, you guys start throwing out your counter offers. And once again, I'll either accept, decline, or counter your counters. I'm here to hopefully place as much of the art with new homes as possible. So I will do my best to, be as flexible as I can, and I hope you guys will too. And hopefully we can make some deals. And that's it. Now, in terms of the shipping, I just want you to know, because what I'm selling today, and that's okay if you keep this slide up, Kavi. I'm selling art that is, some of it is mine, but some of it is also from consignor friends of mine. And the art will be shipping, some of it from me, but some of it directly from the consignors. So the shipping costs, just so you know, they will range depending on where it's coming from and where it's going to. You can expect basically to expect shipping costs of anywhere from as low as $23 to as high as $69. Okay, and that's taking into account where it's coming from in the world and where it's going to in the world. So, but basically 23 to 69 is somewhere in there. And if you want to ask on any given piece what the shipping might be for that, that's fine, and I'll try to tell you. All right, so at the end of the show, anybody who buys any art, please pay attention to the email. You need to email me. It's not going to be the usual Rubén DaCollector email. There's going to be so many emails coming in. I need to keep it separate to keep it straight and easy to focus on. So please note that it's going to be rubenthedealer@gmail.com. Okay. And in the subject line, please include the buy number of whatever lot you purchased, as well as the title of the art. So let's say it was a Spidey #1, page 1. Just write in the subject, buy 01, Spidey number 1, page 1. In the body of the message, I just need your full shipping address plus a contact number, phone number that I can reach you at in case I need to for emergencies. Okay, and of course I'm going to be very busy after the show, but I will make every effort possible to get back to you guys as quickly as I can. If by any chance you don't hear from me by later tonight, don't worry about it. You'll hear from me by tomorrow at the latest.
Cool.
All right. And let me just quickly see. And oh, thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. Stanley, no, sorry. I've mentioned it in my promo already. There ain't going to be no memes tonight, buddy. That's just not for me. I want to try to get. I talk a lot, so that already slows things down. And I just want to try to get this going as quick as possible, so everybody who wants to go out there and enjoy their Saturday can spend some time with the family and friends outdoors. All right. So with that being said, I think we can get on with the show and start showing some art.
All right. First lot. All
right, everybody. So what we have here is, as you can see, a very tightly penciled Zatanna pencil illustration by artist Leandro Oliveira. The size is slightly bigger than the standard 11 by 17. So you may have a little bit of trouble fitting this into an Itoya, but it'll probably, I'm thinking, fit into an HFP, but not sure. Leandro's been doing work, typically, from what I've seen, not in the for the big two. I know him more for the smaller small press publishers. But he's a Brazilian artist, one of the many amazing Brazilian artists out there, doing really great work. And that's it. So anybody who wants it, it's $350. If there's no takers, I'll throw out if you want to break the ice. Anybody want to throw out 300? Let me know in the chat, and I'll do a 300 for you right now if you're interested. But if not, I know there's a little bit of lag for us to seeing your comments in the chat. And by the way, please switch to help me, Kavi.
Live chat.
The live chat, because that's probably what you guys are not in. So at the top of your chat window, click the little arrow, and in the drop-down menu, you'll see live chat. Click live chat, and that's how you'll see all the comments coming into the chat. You know what, Chris? I just want to move it on. I want to move it on. If Chris, let me know real quick if you can do 275. I'll be happy to do that. But let me know real quick because there's a delay in us getting your answer, and I want to get on to the next piece of art if I can. But I guess Kavi, if you want, we can just address him after.
Sure.
And and sort of start going with the buy number two. So excellent. So the second lot, buy number two. This is $400, and just to be clear, in case it's not,
Chris took that
all right,
piece, by the way.
Excellent. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. So this is not 400. Pick your choice. You're getting both illustrations by Leonard Kirk, a Canadian comic book artist, very well known, has done a lot of titles. It's from 2012. These are illustrations actually that Leonard did on spec. So he did them on his own with the intention of eventually selling to somebody, whether it's at a convention or somebody who contacts him privately. So clearly you've got Powergirl and She-Hulk here. It looks like you got a lot of Powergirl, more than two handfuls. But really nice stuff, pencil inked, also hand colored on both of them. And so obviously it comes out to an average of 200 per piece. They're 9 by 12 exactly, done 9 years ago, and that's it. Nice pieces if you're sketch or commission collectors. Nice pieces to pick up. that's it. I mean, if there's no interest at the moment for this, maybe we'll wait until the let's make a deal portion. Yes, Chris, it's together. No, I'm sorry. I see what you're saying. No, so they're 9 by 12 each one. Each one is 9 by 12. Exactly. Yeah. So 9 by 12 for Powergirl, and the She-Hulk is also 9 by 12, and they're only stuck together in the scan. They weren't drawn on the same board. So these are two separate pieces of art.
Okay, you want to go to the next one, Rubén?
All right. Sorry, Kavi, I didn't hear that.
I said you want to go to the next one.
Yeah. You're coming in really low though. I'm going to put you at.
How about now?
Okay, excellent.
I'm hearing a little bit of echo of my voice in your computer though, so maybe your speakers are up loud or something.
Okay, I've put them up now because I couldn't hear you. But
got it.
How's this?
Sounds fine to me.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, you ready to go to the third lot?
All right, yeah. So let's keep it moving and let's go on to the third lot. Right, so this is buy number 3. This is a $400 piece by Bill Reinhold, who has done, Universe X, tons to Punisher, tons of stuff. You all know who he is. It's a pencil, ink, and wash illustration measuring 9.5 by 14 inches tall. He did this 10 years ago. It's spectacular. I mean, I think I did a really good job in showing what it looks like in person. Or even the scan shows you it's very true to life. So what you're seeing there is pretty much what you should expect to see if you get this in person. So it's a perfect little Batman piece for any Batman collector, or any sketch commission type collector who likes just beautiful sort of architecture and the bat wings and moody art. And that's basically all I got to say about this one. If you guys want it, type it in the chat. If not, we'll keep it moving, I suppose, because I want to keep the.
We could always circle back to it.
Yeah, and we'll circle back to it later on. All right, so buy number 4. We have a beautiful illustration of the Silver Surfer going full power crazy against the Human Torch. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but right there in the bottom, you see they're right outside the building that J. Jonah Jameson is tossing is waving his hand at them, going like, "Hey, Parker, you crazy kid." So pretty cool fight battle scene with the Torch and Surfer. It's done by Ray Pricing, who spent most of his career basically throughout the 90s and into the 2000s, and primarily as an inker, often on Tom Grummett and various other guys, Bart Sears, and several others. Anybody, what do you suggest calling out if something is published or not? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So thank you, Sean. So this is just a commission style piece. So it is not published. So again, it was done on spec, like the other ones, with not for anybody in particular, just done, for the pleasure of drawing it and then hoping to sell it to somebody eventually. And if I can just take a moment to circle back to West. So West is offering, I believe, buy number 3 for 3. And you know what? We'll break the ice again. And yes, West, I'll take your offer. Let's do that, buddy. I'll give you the Batman for 3. Sure.
So thank you, West.
Oh, thanks, West. Appreciate it, man. All right, excellent.
All right, you want to go to number 5?
Yeah, give me number 4 again, because I just want to see a couple of these. Comments here, because so Marcus is, interesting that you asked that, Marcus, and because I don't have all the pieces here with me, but I do have this particular piece is here with me, and no, it is done with actual, here I can show it, and not that with the lighting I don't think you'll be able to sort of see it all that well, probably not, but it's done in India ink. So yeah, the Kirby Cackle is all India ink, but the whole piece is done in India ink, so ink out of a bottle. All right, so that's it. That was 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent.
Next lot.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take a last second look in the comments, see if there's any more questions. But no, and thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's go to, I believe, number 5, right? All right, guys. So buy number 5 is $450. It is a beautiful Darwin Cook Jungle Girl illustration. The piece measures 10 by 12 and a half. And this piece, if you look at it carefully, you'll see at the top, you see that it has those square holes in it at the top. That's because this piece came out of Darwin's sketchbook. But I need to mention, I want you guys to know, it wasn't torn out of the sketchbook. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's not like there's a bunch of hanging chads at the top. All right, it was carefully. The metal spiral binding was torn or pulled out, so to speak, and so it was carefully taken out. So the top holes are intact. There's nothing torn at the top there whatsoever. Sorry. So okay, hold on a second. West is going backwards for a moment, back to 4, and okay. So that was the Silver Surfer. Wes, you got a deal, buddy.
Very nice.
Thank you. Appreciate it. See, that's it, baby. We're rocking and rolling.
We're making deals here.
Making deals. All right. So back to Darwin. Yeah, so that's it. So again, he did this almost 20 years ago. It was about 18 years ago. Did it for a friend of mine at a convention. Can't remember which convention, but it's signed and the year is dated 03 on the bottom right-hand corner, as you can see. And yeah, it's a beautiful piece. Not a superhero, but sexy jungle girl fighting a giant snake. I don't know. It's pretty cool. So if anybody wants that, I guess you can hit me back later in the Let's Make a Deal portion of the show at the end. But I think we're cool to move on to the next lot. All right, so here we got, for buy number 6, it's $500. This is a penciled cover by Boo Cook, Canadian artist, I believe. It is, as you see, pencils, but no inks exist. So Boo drew this, and by the way, it is drawn on thick paper. I don't know the name of the paper. It's not on a sheet of Bristol board, but it's on a thick type of paper. And it's a slightly different than normal size. It's not 11 by 17 quite. It's 11 and a half by just over 16 inches tall. But the pencil work goes pretty much to the top and bottom edge. So what Boo did was he penciled this tightly, as you see here, and then he scanned it in, and then from the pencils, the scan of the pencils, he digitally inked it. So this is the only existing physical piece of artwork for this cover. And you know, with Quicksilver being a mutant, tied to the mutant family, the Avengers, in the movies and all that stuff, I just thought it would be a cool piece to have, especially for, you know, $500. Not much cover art that you could buy anymore, especially from mainstream Marvel, DC, featuring Marvel heroes, DC heroes that you know, that you can get for like $500 or less. So that's it. Not ink, but that's what you got. And hopefully, if anybody wants to make a deal, then you know you'll get a second opportunity a bit later on. And yes, exactly, Alberto. That's my whole point. You don't see that often at all. So. But yeah, maybe we'll see if we can.
Said it was 11 and a half by 16, right?
Yeah. So Marcus, I mentioned already that it's approximately 11 and a half wide by slightly over 16 inches tall. James Zanevich by 6. So was that 6?
Yeah, he's offering $350 on the Boo Cook.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But that's lower than I would like to go now. You never know later, but maybe stick around for the Let's Make a Deal portion, and maybe we'll see what happens there, okay?
All right, let's go to lot 7.
Yeah, cool. All right, so buy number 7 is $600. It is a beautiful, a spectacular, fully rendered image of Flash's foe, the Reverse Flash. Again, not published, done as a commission 7 years ago in 2014. It is on standard DC 11 by 17 bristle board. You can see there's a lot of dry brush to do. I don't know, what do you call those, Kavi? Like energy lines? That's what I always say.
Yeah, energy burst.
Sort of energy burst. It's, yeah, exactly. Because they're not really
he's tapping into the speed force, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I find that the background, the dry brush of those lines in the background, really makes the central image pop a lot, and it's just really gorgeous. So anybody interested in this, as I said, just put a buy 07 into the chat. Feel free to make me an offer if you want to make me an offer too. Otherwise, the negative speed force. That's right, Chrono.
Mm-hmm.
We'll swing back to it later in the Let's Make a Deal portion of the event.
All right, let's go to lot 8.
All right, so something different for you guys. I'm not sure if the right clientele is here for this, but Archie art is some of the most unbelievably affordable. I'm specifically referring to this older stuff, like the stuff from the 50s and into the early 60s is so unbelievably cheap. It has so much room to grow in price. And I'm not saying that in terms of, you should buy it for speculative reasons, but simply because of the value for the money, the bang for your buck that you get. It's drawn by Bill Vigoda, and yes, Marcus, it's actually Abe Vigoda's brother, or was. I guess they're both they both passed on now. But yeah, it's a beautiful splash from 1959. It's a large art measuring 13 by 19. It's a cool splash with a nice image of Reggie and Archie, and listen, 1959, it precedes the entire Marvel universe as we know it today. Like I said, for less than $600 to be able to get Archie art from the 70s, the 50s. I just think it represents a really undervalued and primed for an explosion in price at some point. So it's just good to get something like this now if you've ever wanted to get a piece of Archie art. And I admit, the 70s Archie stuff, 80s, 90s, and onward, that stuff's really common. So I get people not being too into that, but yeah, the 50s stuff is a lot more rare. Anybody who grew up reading this stuff, if you want to get something, a piece like this is something you really should look into rather than sort of the later stuff. But that's it. If anybody wants to hit me up for it later, you can do so in the after portion of the show called Let's Make a Deal. But for now, we'll move on. And,
all right, lot 9.
Sorry? Yeah. We'll go to buy 9. So buy 9, this is a $750 piece. As far as I know, see, I wrote unpublished with a question mark because I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe that it went unpublished. Okay, so and that's how I'm selling it, as if it's unpublished. So Rob Liefeld penciled this, Ernie Chan inked it. It's signed by both guys. It's from the, judging not only from the style of the art, but also from the Marvel art board. It's from the early 90s. And also, I happen to be aware that there is another Mr. Sinister illustration where it's like a straight-on, full-figured shots, very similar to this one. And it's on calf. But that one is inked by also old-time inker Jack Abel. And that one also, I believe, it's definitely from the early 90s. So that may have been like a first version of this one. And, who knows? They both may have been intended to be published in the same place. And ultimately, the decision was made to scrap them both. Not sure. But all I can say, it's an early 90s, Liefeld, X-Men related villain, Mr. Sinister.
So Rubén, you have an offer and some questions. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it, Kavi.
Michael Lovitz.
So Michael, you're a beautiful man. I love you. And yes, 650 is fine. I will take that. Thank you very much.
Okay, I guess the questions don't matter then, because you got to say.
Okay. Who had asked the question out of curiosity?
West was asking about size, and somebody else, Anthony, asked about the medium, saying, I assume it was pen, pencil, and ink. But.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I mean, I figured on size for this one. Sorry, I normally would have posted the size. I just figured that with the scan, I thought you could see the pre-printed blue line, you know, and could tell that it was like an earlier Marvel board.
Hey, Rubén, you got an offer coming in on the Archie lot from Johnny.
Okay, yeah, I'll let me finish my thought. So yeah, so sorry about that, West, and yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that that's why I didn't put the size. I thought it was clear that it was a Marvel artboard. But so Johnny, you want the BIOS? You want the you know what, Johnny? You know what, Johnny? If you could do 475, I would do that right away. Otherwise, we'll take it into the let's make a deal portion, and I may or may not be able to go lower than that at that point. Anyways, I'm not really sure. But I'll say 475 now. If you can say yes or no. I'd appreciate it, and even if it's no, tell me no now, please. I'd appreciate that, and yeah, we'll just move forward if we have to, and maybe we can see what happens later on in the let's make a deal portion. Okay.
Okay, cool. We're on lot 10.
Okay, cool. So we have a George Perez and a Mike Esposito. Really early career George art, and yeah, from Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. Number 10, page 3. It's got the what do you call it? Sons of the what do you call these guys again?
I'm not a kung fu expert.
Yeah.
So I don't
know. You know why? It's because I have the son of the demon in my head. So that word.
So just an update. Johnny passed, but Nick Barucci is coming in to take number 8 at 475.
Okay, so but Johnny did pass though?
Johnny passed. He said Nick can have it. Yep.
Okay, so let's go with Nick then. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Thank you, Nick.
Congrats, Nick.
Congrats, Nick. I appreciate it, man. Okay. Yeah.
Sons of the Tiger.
So yeah, exactly. Thank you. Sons of the Tiger. And it's got, I believe, Abe was his name. I haven't read these guys in so long. Abe was one of the guys. But the 3 main characters, anyways, the 2 guys and the girl are 3 of the main characters in the Sons of the Tiger, and yeah, just an early way to get George Perez artwork for what's considered cheap by today's standards at $850. So yeah, that's it. Anybody want to take it? Just put the buy 10 in the comments. Otherwise, if you want to throw out an offer, and no, it's not by Abe Vigoda, Marcus. And
hey, and, Rubén, just a quick update, buddy. You're at 100 viewers. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks again, everybody, for attending. It really means a lot to me. Thanks for the support to everybody. Thank you.
All right, we're at number 11.
So all right, so buy 11. So this is $850. It is a half splash of a killer shot of Venom. He's fighting he's a Kree warrior. His name is Telkar. And Telkar, this is from the series Venom, the First Host. And it tells us, it was a great series. I actually really liked it. It tells the story. It fills in a lot of the backstory of the symbiotes and tells us who was actually the first person, the first humanoid to ever become the host to the Venom symbiote. And it was not Eddie Brock. It was this guy Telkar, who was a Kree soldier. So beautiful 3-panel page with a half splash and Venoms in both the bottom panels as well. So really cool Mark Bagley art. I see nobody so far wanting to grab it. That's cool. If you're tempted, Marcus, throw me an offer, man. I mean, I don't know. Let me hear what you got to say. And I don't know, maybe, and you, Wes, too. So now we got Marcus and Wes getting tempted. Okay. Well, listen, hold on a second. Okay. Piano Wizardry, my friend. Buys it.
Snags it.
Snags it before the other two guys. Yeah, nice move. Nice move, Paul. See, he saw the competition coming in, getting hot and heavy. So suddenly he was like, "Oh, okay, I think I'll grab it before they start making deals." Okay, good stuff, Paul. Smart way to move in. That's kind of like a snipe. You know, that's an auction snipe right there. Awesome. So
hey, he claimed it at full price. All's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's fair play to him. So the other guys, there's no way they can complain on that. So exactly, Stanley. Exactly. Sniping like me. You got it. That's what you got to do. All right. Okay.
You ready for lot 12?
Yeah. Just give me a second before we go to lot 12. Sorry, guys. I know it's annoying to you, but I got to say this. I just want to remind you, to anybody who hasn't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. Hit like if you're enjoying the show so far. Hit the notification bell so that it'll always remind you anytime I put up any other content. I know I said that this is a one-time show. It's not a weekly show. It's a one-time sale. But I am hoping to continue to be able to do occasional art drops like this in the future. And, you know, people are kind of asking me, so I'm even thinking of doing other content, such as other sort of collector chats that we can throw up on the channel. So, yeah, just hit the notification bell as well, and then you'll know of anything that comes up on my channel in the future. And I'd really appreciate that. Cool. Is that, yeah, and that's it. So for now, I'll remind you guys to do all that stuff probably a few more times later anyways, and you'll hate me by the end of the show, but got to do it. All right, so cool. I guess lot 12, I guess we can put that up now too. All right, so this is by an artist, Brad Walker, who has flown under the radar since the beginning of his career. He is fantastic. He's got a beautiful, intricately detailed style. He finally started getting some attention this past year when he did an amazing story arc in Detective Comics as part of that whole Joker War storyline. And everybody who read that and saw that knows how amazingly beautiful that art was. Here what I'm selling is stuff from, it's 2 pages. I'm selling them both together just because they're consecutive pages. And they both have beautiful images, both beautiful headshots, mid-torso shots, and a gorgeous full-figured shot from a beautiful angle of him diving into the ocean. All from his 70s era costume, which I've always been a huge fan of. Just, it looks really snazzy on the printed page. Yeah, so for anybody out there who's into the Submariner and likes this costume, that's pretty much the primary reason I thought I'd put these 2 pieces out together. And yeah, really up and coming artist, Brad Walker, with beautiful inks, I should say, by Andrew Hennesy as well, who I happen to represent. And that's it. Yeah. So if anybody who wants it and wants to throw me an offer, that's fine. Or if not, we'll swing around to it a bit later post show.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess we're cool to go to 13, Javi. All right. So by 13. So here we have a vintage Ka-Zar the Savage, 14, page 6. This is, just so you know, because I know a lot of you care, this is a piece that has not been on the market for something roughly in the 20-year range. It is probably the best Ka-Zar the Savage page I have seen in 20 years. Not only do you get, it's, first of all, it's a 4-panel page. Actually, it's a 3-panel page with 1 inset panel. So really large panels. You have Ka-Zar in 3 out of the 4 panels. And not only that, but I think to me, the better selling point is that you have sexy full-figured shots of Shauna the She-Devil from front and from behind in 2 large panels. Plus, you get that close-up in that first panel. And, of course, it's from the original artist, Brent Anderson, with Armando Gil finishes. already a 39-year-old page. I don't know if you guys know, but other Ka-Zar the Savage pages have been selling for between $500 and $700 on the Dueling Dealer show on multiple occasions. And I think most of those didn't appear to have Ka-Zar appearing on them, let alone Shauna the She-Devil in her Jungle Girl outfit. So this is, granted, a higher price than the $500 to $700 those pages have sold for. But to be fair, this is also the best of the best in Ka-Zar the Savage original art. So hence you have that price. So anybody interested, let me know in the chat, or as I said, maybe we can do a deal later on at the end of the show. All right, so by 14, this is $1,175. It is a full page splash, again, by the amazing Brad Walker, inked by Andrew Hennesy. It's also from the same series that the two Submariner pages were from, Heroes for Hire, from 10 years ago. It's already a 10-year-old splash. And you obviously, as you can see, you got a great full-figured image of Spidey hanging there, relaxed, with his arm crossed behind his head, as he finished webbing up the bad guy behind him up on the metal girders. And yeah, not too often you get chances to see and buy Spider-Man full-figured splash pages, whether vintage or contemporary. And I think this is a really cool one, and it's got a bit of that humor that Spidey is famous for as well. So I think that's a good buy, even at that price. But again, if anybody's tempted, if you don't agree that that's the right price, by all means, let me know. Let me know what you got in mind, and yeah, I'll consider it. That's right, West. He's chilling.
Oh, we got, well, I don't know. Maybe that's a mistake because we got Caesar doing a buy 15. We haven't shown the 15th lot yet. So.
Yeah, so Caesar, just let me know whether you were clicking the enter button by mistake, or if you meant to say buy 13 and you actually want that piece.
You mean 14?
Yeah, let us know, because yeah, we got to wait for your comment. Takes a while to come.
Mistake. He said mistake. So
it was a mistake. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to 15 now for real.
Yeah, so let's go on to 15. All right, so here we have another piece that's been off the market probably for 2 decades. And it's a Daredevil page by William Johnson, inked by Danny Bulanati from 1983. It's from Daredevil 201, so 1 issue after the anniversary issue with that famous bullseye cover by Byrne. So you got five. It's a 5-panel page, obviously, but you got DD in 4 out of the 5 panels. Some great shots too. A mid-torso up shot, an almost complete body shot, a complete body shot swinging, plus a nice close-up of the head with the horns, which is always nice to have on a page. Everybody seems to always like the good images with the horns coming off the helmet. And William Johnson was a great artist. We're all still wondering what happened to him. Don't know whatever happened to him after he did this great run on Daredevil, and then he sort of just disappeared from the industry. I'm assuming he took off to do probably either the movie industry or advertising or something like that. But never heard from him again. But yeah, he was really, really, really good artist. Yeah, I think this is just really, really solid page from that era. And like I said, it's fresh to market. Nobody's seen this in about 20 years, hasn't been available. So yeah, if you want it, let me know in the chat. Like I said, otherwise, we'll move on, and we can maybe talk about it later in the Let's Make a Deal portion. All right, so this is near and dear to my heart. This is a Cisco Kid daily from 1951. I think a lot of you guys know I love the Cisco Kid. I love the work of Jose Luis Salinas. It's just some of the most magnificent pencil and ink work to ever grace either comic strips or comic book art. And in spite of the fact that the prices have started to actually rise in recent years, it's still very, very affordable given the high level artistry that Salinas produced. This particular piece, while it does not have the Cisco kit on it, it is a very Poncho. That's his sidekick Poncho. It's a very Poncho-centric piece with beautiful, beautiful ink work on him, especially that close-up in the first panel. And then in that last panel, you get a very, very rare, yes, Chris, that is Poncho, absolutely. You get a very, very rare opportunity to pick up an animal, an illustration of an animal, which in this case a cougar, which you rarely see on Western strips, because typically you would find maybe a horse, but nothing else. So it's kind of just beautiful to see a rare animal like that illustrated beautifully in all that fine line brushwork by Salinas. And so this is a fairly cheap example of a Cisco kid strip, and of course it's reflecting the fact that Cisco himself isn't on it. But it's beautiful. I think it's well worth that price, given what the prices have been shooting up for recently. But again, I don't know. Maybe I know that obviously this is more of a superhero crowd. So yeah, if anybody's interested, we can talk about it a bit later, and we'll see what happens then. But so by 17, here we got a Savage Dragon page from number 30. So early, long time ago, 1995. So for all you 90s art fans out there, really kick-ass piece with Savage Dragon. You can see him there in the first panel. There's also an extreme close-up on the second panel as Spawn talks to him, and he talks back with Spawn. You get Savage Dragon in 3 panels at the bottom, full-figured shots. And then in the last panel, he's doing that classic Savage Dragon money shot pose with his arms crossed as he, again, talks with a full-figured Spawn right there at the bottom. So really cool. It's not Spidey art, but with that stuff getting basically out of range financially for everybody, there's an opportunity. I think it's a great opportunity for people to get a cool piece of Savage Dragon and or Spawn if you're a huge Spawn fan. You get both characters, and the characters are all over the page. And at an affordable price. So anybody wants it, like I said, as usual, just hit. That was what, 16, Kavi, or 17?
That was 17.
Yeah, so just hit buy 17 and let me know. Otherwise, let's talk about it a bit later. All right, so this is really cool. It's a first appearance page, and it obviously will feature the first appearance of Sentry. Hard to believe that Sentry is already over 20 years old, by the way. Kavi, I don't know if you read this. I never read it.
I wasn't that into it, but I do love Jay Lee.
Yeah. I mean, I that's why, it's one of those things I bought, but I never read. But I bought it because I just love Jay Lee. And it's just a nice chiaroscuro filled example of his artwork from the first issue. So, of course, any page from this issue would feature his first appearance.
So, real quick, though, you do have an offer on the Savage Dragon Eric Larson piece.
By Chris. Mm-hmm. So that would be for the Savage Dragon. Man, you see, Chris, you saw the deals I was given already that I accepted very, very easily earlier. So I see what you're trying to do here. But listen, I appreciate you guys coming by and supporting me like this. And I'm not even sure. I want to make you happy, so I'm not even gonna counter you. I'll do that for you, Chris.
Very nice, nice page.
I appreciate it. Thank you, and I hope you'll enjoy that. Appreciate it. So to get back to this one by 18. It's $12.75. Like I said, it's a cool way to get a first appearance page of a character that again is gotten more popular over the years. It's shockingly already more than 2 decades that he's been around. He still feels so new to me. This is the selling point, is that basically it's a first appearance page, and it's by Jay Lee if you're a Jay Lee fan. But no, Marcus, Birthy, you got the Y in there, so I guess that's kind of acceptable, but definitely not a birth page. If I say it is
birth-ish, maybe.
Yeah, that's it. I got to be careful because I don't want Jordan to get mad at me.
Exactly.
But,
all right, you ready for 19?
Yeah, so let's do 19. All right. Okay, guys, come on, man. Like, James Siegel, where are you? Where are you, James? I don't know if this is for you. I didn't bring this for you, but when I thought about it, I thought, wouldn't this be the kind of things James would be into? All right, so it's 90s art. It's got that 90s goodness. It's by fan favorite Liam Sharp. It's from Death's Head 2, number 4 from 1993. Double page splash featuring, if anybody of you remember this, it features that girl there. That's Fedra, and she's blasting Wrathchild. So two cool, at least I thought, cool characters at the time. She's trying to keep Wrathchild contained, and right beneath that sphere that she has Wrathchild in, you see full-figured images of Death's Head and Wolverine as they look on at the action and what's happening. And then you'll notice at the bottom left side of the DPS that Jubilee of the X-Men is also there looking on. So yeah, so just a cool DPS from the early 90s by a great artist who has only grown in popularity, Liam, with his, especially in recent years, with his Wonder Woman run and Green Lantern, season 1, season 2. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm actually surprised that
you have a size question on this from Sean.
Oh, sorry. So yeah. So it's standard DPS size, Sean. So you'd be looking at. Well, I guess it's obviously spliced, right? So that they could be, the two pieces could be joined together. So I'm assuming that it is not exactly quite 22. So maybe 21 and change wide. But by the typical 17 tall. So yes, typical standard double page splash size from today or even from yesteryear of 1993. But no, I see why you're saying, Sean. Thank you. He drew on larger paper, but not way back then. That was standard Marvel boards back then at that time. So Stanley, no, there will be no Tom Grummett art. There is, but in my collection, not for sale. But I appreciate you asking.
All right, halfway through the lots, number 20.
All right, so we're at number 20 now. Here we go. So this is a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous page from Ken Stacy in his peak period. I just want to explain real quick. All right, just to be straight up honest with you guys. Look, Ken Stacy's peak. If I had to pick out the peak of his work, it was Marvel Fanfare number 22 and number 23. Okay, it was a 2-part story with Iron Man. These are the 2 issues where he took all the time. I guess he had a nice, a long deadline on this because he took his time. He had his trademark big, thick, black ink marks. He used a very, very chunky, thick line. Okay, and that's what made him famous. And the colors, it's exactly what you see there on the screen. They are as bright and fresh. The paint is just as bright and fresh as what it appears there. It literally looks like he could have just done this yesterday. Yeah, to let you know, he also did an Iron Man story, and I believe it was Marvel Fanfare 44. Those pages you will typically see. You can pick them up for roughly $300. But it was a very, very rushed issue for him. The line art is very thin. It was clear that it was very sketchy, done on a very tight deadline. And even the airbrush work, the color choices it's sort of like a peach pink. I don't know. It looks like a little kid puked up a pack of Skittles or something. But again, it's fine to buy if you just want to have Stacy art, for $300 from the 80s. But the primo Stacy stuff is from Marvel Fanfare 22, 23. So that's it. So anybody want it, hit me up later, and maybe we can make a deal. All right, so we're past the halfway point here. Let's start the second half. And by 21 is a terrific Ron Friends and Joe Sinnott inked page from Thor 424 from the classic Ron Friends, I believe Tom DeFalco run. And it features Thor in those first 2 panels facing off against the Celestial. And this is actually a first appearance page, technically. It's a first appearance of that Celestial. The only problem is they never named the Celestial. So I couldn't even tell you what his name is, and I don't even know if he ever appeared again. But beautiful, standard Friends and Synod art in outer space of the nice images of a Celestial with Thor getting sort of the whole lightning thing surrounding him in that first panel and firing up into the sky. And as you see, the Celestials taking off into deep space in those final 3 panels. Really beautiful. And so that's it. Anybody want to make an offer, throw it at me. If not, you want to wait to the end, we will certainly be willing to make some deals later on. All right, so by 22, it's a cover by Pasquale Ferry. It's from a couple of years ago, 2019. It's from Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool #1. And I mean, not much to say other than this is featuring Absolute Carnage and Deadpool facing off against each other in action by a beautiful stone statue. Yeah, I mean, obviously everybody knows Absolute Carnage is one of the more popular characters at Marvel over the last couple of years. Deadpool, one of the most popular of the last 30 years. And yeah, it's kind of an easy way to get an Absolute Carnage and or Deadpool or both appearance on a published cover for an affordable price. So yeah, anybody, you know what? I don't see any action happening. Mark, to answer your question, what I noticed about it is that he doesn't have it on the original art. And I think it's just one of those situations similar to Adam Hughes where, the artist just likes to sort of put down the outlines and put all the basics in, but wants to do a lot of like the shading and details in the coloring process. And so I think that's basically why you see that in the colored version, but not in the black and white line art. But yeah, if anybody want to take it for $12.50, I'll let it go for $12.50 right now. Take another look at it. Let me know in the comments. Let's just put buy 22. Remind me that I said $12.50, and yeah, I'll be happy to do it for you if you want to grab that. But if not, Kavi, I think it's cool. We can just keep going and let's move it on to buy 23. And this is by the incredible Bill Sienkiewicz. Early 1979 artwork by the great one for Marvel Preview. For those cosmic fans out there in the audience, this is a very, very, not only very early Bill Sienkiewicz artwork, but you're looking at a very early Star-Lord appearance here. And it's, of course, also fairly early Bob McLeod inks. And as most of you guys know, this is Bill Sienkiewicz in his Neil Adams-esque period. And let me, sorry to interrupt, but Nick, I accept your claim at $12.50 for the previous lot, which was the Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool cover. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Nick. Thank you. That's
nice
great.
Pickup, Nick. Yeah, that was a great pickup.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and so getting back to this, yeah, so early Star-Lord appearance, early Sienkiewicz art, really, really beautiful. And, this is also a piece that has not been, shopped around. It has not been on the market for a very, very long time. Yeah, exactly, Christopher. Bill's the Neil period. Yeah, and that's it. What more can I say? If you want it, let me know. Throw me an offer, or else we'll run it back a little bit later in the Let's Make a Deal portion.
All right. Ready for the next slot?
Yeah, let's move it on to 23, I think.
24.
Or 24, yeah. So by 24 is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover from Birds of Prey 19, early from 21 years ago in the year 2000. It's by one of my favorites of all time, Jackson Butch Geiss. And yes, for those of you not sure, his name is in fact Geiss, not Guice or Guiche. Yeah, it is Butch Geiss. Butch is indeed a nickname, and Jackson is his first name. They are not two different people. So yeah, beautiful cover from whether you're a Birds of Prey fan or if you're a Bat Family fan. Great close-up, suspenseful image of Robin. It's pure Geist art, pencils and inks. Yeah, I actually saved this. I saved this for a long time because I figured, I was eventually going to sell it, but I figured that I'd wait until somebody did something with the Birds of Prey, and then they finally did, but I never even saw it. Apparently, it wasn't that great. But no matter. For me, this was more of a Robin cover, anyways. So if you're a fan of Robin, as I said, or Birds of Prey, or Barbara Gordon, Oracle, it's a nice, sub $2,000 20-year-old cover already. So something cool to pick up for you Bat fans out there. If you want to talk about it a little bit later, I guess we can do that in the Let's Make a Deal portion. No worries.
All right, number 25.
Sounds good. All right, so number 25. That's $1,900. Again, trying to keep as many covers as I can in the below $2,000 range. We got a beautiful Ed McGuinness with Mr. Majestic appearance, full body shot in a great action pose, flexing. And actually, I don't know about you guys, but for me, as much as I love that front, full figured pose, that flexing pose, I actually love the background perspective on the buildings just as much, if not more, artistically, aesthetically speaking, than the foreground figure. For me, this is just fantastic work by McGuinness, and of course Dexter Vines on the inks. And I said, as I said, this is just a nice way to get an old Superman cover from almost 20 years ago, already 17 years back. And of course, yeah, Superman's on it. It's Mr. Majestic. But again, you guys want to throw me offers? Feel free. I'm sure we can work something out. But if not, we'll talk about it later at the end of the show. And
not seeing any action on this one, Rubén, but I do see an offer from on the Darwin Cook.
Oh, yeah,
Laura.
Yeah, I appreciate it, but no, I couldn't go. I couldn't go. I couldn't go anywhere that low. Sorry, Nora.
So we're on number 26 right now.
Yep. Okay. So again, for the third time, maybe this one will also be the charm. Obviously, an Aquaman cover from the what I found was a great a series, the Rebirth era for DC after New 52. Just a gorgeous, beautifully, intricately detailed Brad Walker piece, showing a great close-up of Aquaman in handcuffs. I like the nice touch of the 6 pairs of handcuffs instead of just one. And I love the fact that on the original you get to see his face, which was obviously covered up by the logo when it was published. Great inks again, as always, with Andrew Hennesy working over Walker for the last decade plus. Just a sweet, nice Titan close-up of the character, but by a great, I would say, up and coming, but he's already been around so long, but he's finally getting his due recently, and I think hopefully some Aquaman fan out there would want to jump on this. I could do, if you want, if there's DC fans out there now, I mean, just to see if we can get some action going. 17 off the bat. Let me know if you want to do 17. I guess I do 17. And I don't know how much more, if there's more room to move, but we'll see. Let me know in the chat now or later in the Let's Make a Deal portion if you have any interest in that one.
Cool. That was 26. We're on 27.
Okay, cool. So here we have a beautiful double-page spread by Tony Daniel, Batman, for all you Batman fans. This is, I mean, look, what does there say? Everybody loves Batman, or most of you guys love Tony Daniel. It's a gorgeous DPS with beautiful storytelling, as you see Batman in the first panel swinging in above that beautiful architecture. And then with that nice segue into the second panel where he finally lands right outside the window of that building, and it's just the rain and the thunder's behind him. The rain's dripping down right in front of him off the window as he stares into the building. And you get that dramatic scene in the third panel where we see from his point of view, see the two dead bodies of that couple. And it's a nice touch. I didn't even notice at first, but you know, I first noticed that, wow, you know, look at all that blood spilling from the woman's head. And then I noticed only afterwards that, oh, a little bit lower, you even see Batman's own reflection reflecting off the blood, which is a really, really nice sort of subtle subliminal touch. And yes, Carlos, it is a really cool Batman image. You know what, Marcus? I did not read this, so feel free, anybody, to tell me, somebody who did read it. I felt like when I looked at it, I thought it might have been Thomas and Martha at the right. And I even considered writing that on the slide here, but since I didn't have time to read it, I'm not sure if that's them or not. So I won't claim that. But yeah, if anybody wants it, like I said, let me know. And yeah, we'll.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was a cool Batman double page spread for sure.
Looking to do deals. It's cool looking for Batman fans. So let's do a deal later if we have to.
All right, number 28's up.
Okay, cool. Okay, come on, guys. Seriously. All right. Who among you does not remember the classic Justice League Batman punching out Guy Gardner those many years ago? What was that, like 1987? Come on. Everybody loves images of Guy Gardner getting the snot kicked out of him by anybody. Okay, and come on. So you got the recent Green Lantern, Jessica Cruz, who's very popular now with Boz in the background, shocked at that she's, you know, clocking Guy. And let's face it, look at carefully, you can see visually the imprint of the Green Lantern ring from her fist on Guy's face. All over his cheek, permanent. Well, I guess not permanently embedded there, but permanently for you. If you buy the piece of art and have it on your wall, you can always see Guy getting his clock cleaned by Jessica Cruz. It's just a really cool image. And as I said, it harkens back to that first time that happened with Batman in Justice League International back in '87. And that's who would buy this. That's the right fan, the right collector for this piece. Somebody who remembers that, who's just into that and seeing, you know, Guy Gardner get his clock cleaned all the time. But the great impression on his face, yeah, I love that piece. Before we go on to the next one, Kavi, again, I just want to remind everybody, please, if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bells, and of course, I appreciate it also. If you do like it, please hit the like. I really appreciate that. And Christopher, I appreciate that. I love that you're loving the DC pages. Yeah, I mean, I know I got to bring a little bit of everything. And there's some points where you're going to see several sort of DC pieces in a row, but then there will be other points at which they become sort of all Marvel for a while. So they're all mixed in. So hopefully I brought a little bit of everything.
All right, this one's awesome.
All right. So drink this in. This, to me, one of the most beautiful Don Newton, Alfredo Alcala Batman from Detective Comics run, you know, the classic run. To me, Alcala was his best inker because of the atmospheric, moody inks that he brought to this title. It's only a 3-panel page, which is fantastic. So it gives you that nice close-up at the top, where he's speaking to, I believe that's Jason Bard, as well as Commissioner Gordon. You get that full-figured Batman image in the second panel, which is just absolutely beautiful. And then you get that nice large Commissioner Gordon and Jason Bard image in the third panel as Batman drives away in the Batmobile. I mean, what can I say other than that? It's fantastic. Obviously, the money shot is panel 2, followed by panel 1. Great inks from a terrific run. These pages have become really popular. I know a lot of people collect these, so I'm assuming that if you haven't grabbed it yet, it's because you want to get it for cheaper. So I don't know. Maybe either make me an offer, or I guess we'll have to talk about it later in the Let's Make a Deal portion. All right, so by 30, we're 3/4 of the way through after this one, and it's a wonderful Captain America centric page by John Buscema and Tom Palmer from their classic run, Buscema's second classic run on the Avengers title, from issue 265. This was the crossover with Secret Wars 2, and that's why the guy you're seeing there on the page is the Beyonder. But again, you're getting this is for the Buscema Palmer artwork, particularly on the beautiful Captain America featured images on the 4 panels that it appears in out of the 6. So great artists, great run, a great period for these artists, great time for the Avengers as well. And yes, you're right, Sean. Horrible jumpsuit for the Beyonder. Yeah, but it can't all be exactly David Hasselhoff looking Beyonder there. But yeah, again, very highly sought after pages from this run. So again, if that price isn't fitting for you, throw me out an offer and let's talk.
All right, 31.
And, yeah, with that, all right. Guys, let's leave some action. I can't. I mean, I don't know how much longer we got to go without getting more action. Listen, another piece that a friend of mine has consigned and reluctantly consigned to me. So I just want to say it right there, right now. I'm not sure, if I even can. I'm expecting either probably a text later. I don't know if I can offer this later in the show. My friend did this as a favor to me, so I could have a cool 80s piece that I was looking for. As you can see, full figured thing, the mighty Ben Grimm on a 1985 mid-80s classic Marvel run and classic Marvel also inked by Bob Layton, which is beautiful. And a classic character. So this is not, again, it's not something that my friend wanted to consign. He did it as a favor to me. So I'm actually surprised nobody's grabbed it yet. But again, if you want it,
you got to buy from Paul.
Oh, excellent. Good choice, Paul. Thank you so much, man. I think you're going to love this piece. In fact, I know you're going to love this piece. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. And sorry to the consigner that it's actually gone from your collection. I know you didn't want to let it go, but I appreciate that though. Thank you so much.
I love that one. Yeah, that one was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, on to 32.
All right, so 32 is Dave Sim. It's a very early Cerebus page from issue 19. It's all Dave Sim. This is not Gerhard related, as he only began working with Dave a little later on. And this is also a very early Red Sophia appearance. As far as you guys, for you guys who don't know, this was a title which was very satirical, and Red Sophia was a character introduced based off of Red Sonja. And of course, you have the Wizard there in multiple panels, who happens to basically be a caricature of everybody's favorite, or I don't know if everybody's favorite Red Sonja artist, but one of everybody's favorite artists, Frank Thorne. He used to show up at conventions with Wendy Pini, and let me finish my thought, Nick. Yeah, so Frank Thorne used to show up to conventions in the 1970s with Wendy Pini. She would dress up as in the classic metal costume, the metal bikini, as Red Sonja, and he would show up as the Wizard. And so this is Dave Sim's take on both of them. So yeah, it's just a really cool page, and like I said, from the first couple of years or so of the title, and okay, so that's all I got to say about the page. It's really cool, really early.
I mean, you kind of have an auction going on right now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, and so just so both of you guys know, I can't be quick to sort of respond, simply because if I respond too quick, then one of you may actually come in with a better offer, and it comes in late, because we keep seeing the offers come in several seconds after you guys put them in the chat, you know. Okay, all right. So, you know, why don't we let Kavi? What do you think we let both Chris and Nick just sort of battle it out a bit, and why we let everybody watch?
The highest bid is 2,800 right now, so it's Nick's call, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that's the fairest thing to do. Nick, okay, so Nick came in with 28.25. Kavi, pretty soon we're going to go down to $1 increments. You know?
Yeah, seriously, what's going on here?
but it's fun. But it's fun, and it's the first. Okay, 28. You know what? You know what would be the funniest? You know what would be the funniest is if one of these guys end up finally going, all right, 29.75.
29.75.
All right, so Nick. Oh, come on, Nick. I gave you too many ideas now, man. Oh, come on. Come on. Exactly, Chuck. Come on, we don't got all night, man.
$2 increments. Look at this.
Come on, guys. Okay, look, I'm laying down the rules. There's a new rule. It has to be by $25 minimum. Okay, we got 28.88.
There you go. There's a $35 escalation.
All right, make it a round number.
Yeah, just buy it.
Okay, how about this? Exactly, AJ. How about if anybody, the first person to put 29 even, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'll just take whoever's is highest now. I'll give you like 10 seconds so we can sort of see if the claim, you know, information comes in. Huh?
Looks like Nick is just claiming it. All right, claimed, sold, bought.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's what I figured. Okay, I figured that's what I.
But you did say 29, so he's taking the 29.
Okay, exactly. All right, excellent. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks to both of you. Honestly, that was fun. I really appreciate it.
Well, that woke me up. All of a sudden, I had all this stuff to do.
Yeah, exactly. Holy crap! I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. That was really fun. Yeah. That was cool.
Okay. Cool. On to lot 33.
Yeah, we're into the stretch here, so let's get this going. And all right, so this is by 33. The asking price $36.25. It's a beautiful cover from Batman 100, so it's a cool anniversary issue. It also happens to be from the end of the Joker War storyline. It has the Joker on it, Harley Quinn also on it, and man, I haven't been reading the recent ones. I always forget her name. Somebody throw out his new girl's name there with the two rosy cheeks. What's her name on the left?
Punchline?
Punchline, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Kavi. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah, thank you. Exactly. So his two malls are on it. And it's just a great image of Batman in general, even if his biggest nemesis wasn't there, and you know, the two girls. No, actually, Encore. No, that's a penciled and ink piece. It's just that there's shading, you know, with dry brush and whatnot. So some of the blacks are a bit lighter than some of the others. But no, it's pencils and inks, absolutely. Yeah, actually, I'm surprised. David, where are you, man? I didn't get this for you, but once we included it in there, I remembered. I was like, oh, David would probably love to have something like this. But anyways, whatever. Maybe you're there, maybe you're not. But anybody not grabbing that, yeah, hit me up later. We're getting close to the end here.
Yeah, we're circling back to it. So
and we'll circle back to it soon.
34.
All right, so 34 is a fantastic Ed McGuinness cover inked by Dexter Vines from 11 years ago in 2010 from that classic Hulk run, from which everybody loves to get the covers from. This is obviously, as you can see, it's red Hulk getting pounded by Iron Man. So obviously, anytime you get not only a cool Hulk cover, but with the added bonus of having another one of the popular Marvel heroes on it, going head to head or head to toe if you want, mano a mano against each other. Yeah, it's just a great piece to add to the collection, and it's always a great buy. I love the way that the stark black background sort of illuminates, if you will, the two foreground figures. So that's it. I think it's great if you want a nice McGuinness piece with two big-time Marvel characters. This is something that you shouldn't pass up. So throw me an offer if you know the price is not to your liking. Otherwise, we can just talk about it a little bit later in the Let's Make a Deal portion of the show. Let's take a second. Bonjour, Frédéric. Fred est rentré dans la chambre. And what did he just say? Oh, okay. He's letting me know that Kirk just listed the upcoming the upcoming Moon Knight cover. Because he's referring to the Philip Tan piece. He just posted a Moon Knight cover by Philip Tan.
Right. And speaking of that piece, Wes did make an offer, but I don't know if you want to address it or move on.
Yeah, so I had noticed it, but then it sort of flew up the. Okay, there it is. And so Wes, that's by 33. So that is the Philip Tan piece.
Yeah, that's this piece.
Yeah, no, I can't. I definitely can't do that, Wes. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I can't. In fact, just to let you guys know right now, I'm not even sure how much I can do on that. But let's keep
it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later, and we'll see what happens. So here's something cool that I bought. This is from my collection. I bought it a few years ago. It's the Fantastic Four, and it's one of the covers that they did for the Fantastic Four relaunch. It's the first issue, so it's a number 1. It's an opportunity to get a Fantastic Four #1 cover. All members clearly on it. Mostly showing their powers. And I was going to say action, but whatever, posing, if you will, as a group shot. But the coolest thing to me, of course, is that it's got that the classic looming villain overhead image of their, most famous and most popular nemesis, Dr. Doom. And Chris is putting, wow, Chris, can you meet me and do 4? Because that's tight. Like if it was Chris, if it was like the number 10 cover, even with the exact image, but if it was number 10 or 11 or whatever, then I'd understand and I'd be cool with it. But like it's a #1 first issue. Would you be able and willing to do 4 on that, Chris? Let me know.
He said he's thinking. He said he's thinking about it. But... you got another offer now.
Okay. Okay, hold on, Paul. Just because I want you guys to know, I know in the other shows there's a lot of confusion with the rules and how the claims come in, and I just want to be as fair as I can to everybody and not let people go angry. So I just want to say, Paul, please, if you don't mind, I would just like to at least give a fair chance for Chris to give me his yes or no answer. Chris, I know you say you're thinking. But just so you know, somebody else has come in and they're willing to take it at the 4. So you got to let me know right now, yes or no, if you want it. Because if not, then I will let the other person, Piano Wizardry, take it. So yeah, try to think fast, please, so we can move on.
All right, he's letting Piano Wizardry take it.
Okay. All right, Piano Wizardry takes it for 4. All right, excellent. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it, buddy. And thank you to you too, Chris. I appreciate it. All right. So
First time doing this, so there will be some learning issues.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're almost done, folks. It's 5 more to go. So, all right. So this is a beautiful Green Goblin Spider-Man homage from 2012. Claim. Oh no, okay. Just that's another show. Sorry.
This isn't a doozy. It's a dizzy.
It's a doozy, but it's not. Yeah, wrong show. Sorry, Mike. Just having some fun. So this is an homage to ASM, the cover to ASM number 40 by John Romita. This was actually a one out of, first of all, 3 covers that Mike Perkins did that month, which were homages to ASM, early ASM covers. And they all actually interconnected with each other. So just so you guys know, I initially sold this 9 years ago for $3,500. That was the asking price 9 years ago when it first was made available. I sold that immediately or soon thereafter, putting it for sale. It then it happened to come. Sorry, Mark, if it's the 39 cover. Sorry. It just made its way. It made its way back to me a couple of years ago. So that's why I have it now again personally. So it does not belong to Mike Perkins. This one belongs to me. Alberto, it's just that year they were celebrating the 50 years of Spider-Man. So that for that year and that month, it was the 50th anniversary of Spider-Man. And so they did a whole bunch of variant covers throughout all the different titles that Marvel was publishing. And so that's why this is on a variant put onto that issue of X-Men for that month.
I'm not seeing any action. Let's move on.
So no action. So we'll move on. Make me an offer if you want later. All right. So this is a spectacular, in my opinion, cover by the great Ron Garney. 1990s goodness, featuring from Ghost Rider 39. Featuring
Rubén, there was a follow-up offer from West on the Philip Tan. You said he had to go soon.
Oh, I'm sorry, West. I didn't see that. Sorry. And let me just look for it. Can we find it?
There it is, right there.
That is that's Philip Tan.
Mm-hmm. That was for this one.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I can't do that, man.
Okay, so going back to the Ghost.
Yeah, you know what? West. I can't do that, but I can do 31 if you want. 31 West. Let me know, man. Sorry, bud. Okay, so let's move it back to the Ron Garney, excellent Ghost Rider cover featuring Vengeance. And not only featuring a cool kick-ass appearance of Vengeance, but also lifting the killer image of Ghost Rider way above his head. So you got both spirits of vengeance, if you will, on the cover.
You got an offer from Anker.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. What do we got here? Anker, I appreciate it. And I can't. I can tell you off the bat, I really can't go that low. Anker, though, just for you. Okay, hold on a second here. What do we got?
You got another offer, only $25 above.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I can't do that either, guys. If you guys could do, 44.
Wow. Well, you already had somebody come in with 4.5, but now that you said 44.
Okay. Who's 4.5?
DF Duke Fleed.
Okay. So you know what? Duke, I will give it to you for the 44 since I quoted 44, okay? And and then that's fair. And if that's you, Dan,
you got $100 discount because you're impatient, Rubén.
Well, I'm impatient because you're trying to move me along quick too. So
you know, I'm trying to help you out here. I'm trying to help you out.
You owe me $50, Bobby. Okay, no, cool. But congrats, Dan. I appreciate it. And to the consigner, sorry that I screwed you out of an extra $100, man. but we'll talk about it later. Okay, so yeah, this one's mine. I've had this for a long, long time. I've always struggled with this piece on whether to part with it or not. The only reason I ever considered parting with it is only because, you know, I'm always trying to stick to my theme. This doesn't sort of fit with my collecting theme, so that's the only reason. But at the same time, I love it. I've always been a massive Conan fan, and I've always loved all the Joe Jusko run of covers. And this is, to me, one of his absolute greatest covers of his run. And I believe he did a total of 33 covers only. I know some people think, you know, he's been doing covers since probably the late 70s on that run. But in total, he only did like around 33. You know, it's also a great, you know, full-figured image with the classic horned helmet, you know, sword in hand, shield in the other with all those arrows stuck in it, and a bunch of dead bodies of his foes lying strewn beneath his feet. So yeah, I just love this piece. And again, not like I want to talk anybody else down or anybody else's art down. I feel like I just need to say though that in the last year, an example of a Joe Jusko Savage sword that I always felt was one of his least attractive covers. It sold twice for in the $3,600 range. And this is one of his best. So, you know, in terms of the pricing, so that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like if one of his least attractive ones is worth around $3,600, then I just feel one of his best seems fair at $5. But again, if you guys want to talk, let's talk, and yeah, we'll see what we can do for you. Okay. But we got 2 more to go. So if there's no action at all on that one, then we'll just move it on, and let's do the last 2, Kavi.
All right, these are some bangers, if you will. 39.
All right, so here we got a killer, ginormous image of the Punisher from the anniversary issue, Punisher War Journal number 50. It's the second page, page 2. It's the title and credit splash from the run with Chuck Dixon. It's pure text, art, pencils, and inks with a massive, well, I mean, he's massive all over, clearly, but a massive view of that, the famous skull chest emblem, just very, very early 90s, typical 90s art from the era, with a stogie in his mouth, super jacked up on roids, and you get that bonus of having that the classic skull image in shadow or shadow against.
You have a $5,500 offer, Rubén.
And I'm sorry, but where I'm looking for that
Duke Fleet. I put it on the screen. Buy 39.
Okay, there you go. Okay, yeah. So if that is you, Duke, you're a good friend, and I appreciate you being here and supporting me. And yes, I will take your offer at $5.5K. Yes.
Awesome.
Let's do that, buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's a super nice page. I love it.
Yeah, and I know you're gonna love it. I know you're a huge fan of the Punisher and Tex era and from that era. So yeah, awesome. And yeah.
Okay. 40
so down to our last one, guys. That's it, and then we hit the let's make a deal portion. All right. Okay, so this is coming from my collection at $6,500. It is from Ron Garney's run in 2007. Well, I believe it started maybe in 2015. Somebody can correct me, but I believe this one is drawn in 2017. Garney only drew, I believe it was 13 or 14 covers, but pay attention to this, guys. Ron Garney, when he did that run on Daredevil, he did it all digitally, okay? So the interiors to the entire run, in case anybody was wondering, you've never seen a page on the market. It's because it was all done digitally. He did the whole run digitally. The only thing he decided to do on traditional pen and ink is the covers. And as I say, there's a total of maybe 13 or 14 covers. And as you can see, this is from that period where he was working in that sort of Sin City era Frank Miller style that he seemed to be evoking. And it's just absolutely gorgeous and iconic with the nation's Capitol building behind him, as well as the American flag that he seems to be standing beneath.
So you have two competing offers, one from Chris Spanabel, 6K, one from Alberto, 5,800. So both of these have come in.
Okay, and thank you so much, guys. Yeah, Chris, it was difficult, and you know what? Let me just tell you guys before in case you guys want to keep battling out. While
Alberto's a 6,250.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, while you guys are battling out, let me just give you a quick story. When I first acquired this piece, I needed some cash flow and I sold it. All right. Thank you, Marcus. I'm trying, but I feel like I need to go because, you know, it's going longer than we expected. And I just feel pressure of, you know, people wanting to go and do other things.
You don't need to explain yourself. Just keep going.
but yeah. So when I bought this, and then I let it go. And then when COVID hit, the person that bought it from me wanted to, they wanted me to consign it for them, right, and put it back. And I didn't ask any questions. I found the buyer. The buyer essentially used me to get a better scan without my watermark on it. And then they told me they were going to buy it, but then they ended up sort of ghosting me. I later found out subsequently that the guy that owned it, he was consigning it to me because COVID put him in financial straits. And because I felt bad for that, and I had told him I had found the buyer, I ended up buying it from him, you know, for myself. So I'm not a Daredevil collector. As much as I love it, that's why I bought it, to help another collector out because he was in financial straits. And now I just felt like, okay, it needs a better home in somebody's collection who would appreciate it even more than I do. So thank you for giving me that time to say that. And so let me just get back to this. Did we stop out?
It looks like Chris is, if he means list as in the listed price, then he has claimed it for the listed price.
Okay, because I believe the previous offer by someone was already at 62.5. Was that right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
yeah,
all right. So you just figured I'll take it so that there's no more, those last 250 don't come into play, right? So yeah, I mean, yeah, fantastic, Chris. If you're taking it, if that's what you mean by at list price, then yeah, okay, great. I see you. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Marcus. If we ever meet up in person, I'll take you out for a dinner. How's that? Look at him taking credit for an extra 250. All right, thanks. And Marcus, I appreciate you showing up in the end, man. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So here we've reached the let's make a deal portion of the show. All right. You guys probably know how this works. I'm going to show you all the unsold lots one at a time. Feel free to just start throwing out your counter offers. Again, I may accept, decline, counter offer. I'll probably do some of all three of those. But yeah, the best thing I can say is just feel free to start, throwing out the offers, but keeping in mind that if you start throwing out offers for pieces that we're not currently showing, it'll probably get chaotic and it might be it'll slow things down again. So just sort of keep that in mind.
Okay. You're going to have to remind me you're going to have to tell me which lot to put up.
Oh, and you know what, Kavi, in my that's very unfortunate because in my noob way that I am, I never actually managed to get a list of of all the lots, and I haven't been taken down who the winners are because I figured I'd show it.
Come on, Rubén.
Yeah, man, that's my noob stuff. But hold on, is it because once you've gone through the slides, you cannot retrieve them again? Or how
no, I can retrieve them again. It's just, I'm focusing on producing the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I believe lot 1 sold. Am I correct about that?
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. I actually, I'm thinking not. But hold on, guys. Sorry.
I believe it did sell.
I apologize, guys. Hold on. Let me just bring this up. Give me a second here.
Yeah, this is the first unsold lot.
Yeah, you mean the Zatanna?
This is the first unsold lot. This one, number 2.
Okay, yeah. Okay, exactly. So yeah, what are you saying, Paul? I won everything for 300. Yeah, you wish. Okay, yeah, sure. Chris, you're not getting that Swamp Thing. All right. So I don't know, man. So we got this Leonard Kirk, both pieces together. I don't know, man. Anybody want these for $300, $150 a piece? That seems pretty cheap for fully penciled, inked, and colored pieces. Yeah, let me know. Anybody, any takers? Where are you, all you commission collectors at today, anyways? Where's Kat Taka, Michelle? Yeah, anyways, okay. So, again, 300, anybody for both? Not even an offer for these two. Anybody going once, going twice? Okay, tell you what. Just because I want to move them. All right, just because I want to move them. First person, I can't believe I'm doing this, but the first person to say buy 2 in the claim will get it for $200. So half price. And man, if somebody doesn't take that, then I don't know what to do. But let's see. So I'll take that Punisher Smash. Okay, that's a joke. Yeah, it's tough to get through when people are joking now too, right? So,
well, in the meantime, you did get another counter on. I know you said not to go out of order, but
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
From West on lot 33, which remains unsold. So
yeah,
lot 33.
The Philip Tan again, right?
Yes, Philip Tan.
Yeah, I mean, I can't, West. But you know what? You're killing me, dude. You're killing me. But if you look, the best I can do, if you can assure me, if you can net me the even 3+ shipping, I'll just do that. I mean, and that's killing me. But like, if you can net me, so in other words, either personal check, money order, or you pay the PayPal fees at 3+ shipping, I would love to send this home to you, man. It's the best I can do. So
okay,
please.
in the meantime, Chris Spanabel has bought the unsold lot 2, which you quoted what was your last price?
Okay, so that was for $200.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, Chris, no problem. And yeah, I'm not taking any of this down. So obviously, I'm gonna have to watch the show later to mark down who bought what. But I'll get it straight, guys. Don't worry. And just like I said, that's why I said from the beginning, don't be surprised if you don't hear from me until tomorrow. But you guys, by the way, remember to email me after the show and let me know all the lots that you bought. With your address and all that. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Paul, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. I'll let you know how you can pay me. But generally, it's like PayPal. But unless you want to do checks or whatever. But yeah. But we'll talk about it after.
Okay.
Did we get a final answer from West on the 3+?
No, I didn't see another response from him.
Okay. Yeah. So sorry, West, man, but that's the best I can do. And for anybody else, that's the best I'll do is 3, and you guys cover the fees plus you got to pay shipping. So $3,000 flat, and it's got to be net to me. So that's it. That's the best I can do, guys. Okay, Kavi, that's cool. I guess we can move to the next one.
Okay, was this sold?
And so nobody.
I don't think so.
Nobody picked this one up. I would say, there was no offers earlier either. So I mean, I don't even know what this sort of handed off to.
3 was sold. 3 was sold. Yeah.
No, you sold this one already.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, we did. You're right. Exactly. It's this one, right?
Yes.
This one that we because I think West got the Batman.
Yep.
I let West have the Batman. Yeah. Exactly.
Number 5.
Yeah. Okay.
5.
What about it?
The next one you supposed to.
Yeah. So, number 4, did we sell?
Sold.
Did we sold 4? Oh yeah, we sold the Silver Surfer, and I believe it's to Nick, right? So yeah, exactly.
This
All
one
right,
there was an offer on, but
yeah, this one we had that offer, but I declined it. It was way too low. I think it was like 2 or 250 or something like that. Yeah, no, I mean, I'll 350, anyone? Yeah, I mean, it's cheap for an old Darwin, man.
You have a 300 offer from Alan.
Yeah, I see 3, I see 275, and I see 3. I see Jason and Alan at 3. So, guys, can one of you one of you want to make it at? Okay, I got Mark.
Looks like Mickey is doing by 5 at your latest.
Okay, done.
Price.
Sold. Mickey, you got it, baby. Thank you.
Nice, Mickey.
Sorry, Mark and Alan and Jason, but thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you. All right, excellent.
Okay, I don't remember this one selling.
Yeah, no, it did not sell. So hold on. Well, Timothy, sorry, but I mean, it's provenance from a very good friend of mine who got it from directly from Darwin 17 years ago or whatever. So that's it. But it's sold in any case. So so the X Factor Bukuk cover. I mean, I don't know. Anybody have offers? What did I say? So sorry, is that Alan? Is that? I guess Alan, that's probably a late claim, trying to make an offer for the Darwin, I suppose. Right?
Yeah, he's not.
If it is,
that's my assumption. Guys, please mention the lot.
Yeah, try to mention the lot if you can. But I'm assuming, Alan, that you meant the Darwin Cook, which is now officially sold to Mickey.
Yep.
Okay, so that's we're done, and now we've moved on from the Darwin, and now we're on this one. Anybody interested? I don't know. Listen, guys. I know. All right, Jason, man. Jason, you're killing me. But you know what? I got to move this forward, Jason. So you know what? Jesus, go. Yes, I'll let you have it for the 350. And all right, cool, Alan. I appreciate that. Jason, you don't have to, but if you can make it without me having to pay the fees, I would love that. But whatever, we'll work it out after. Thank you.
Well, you have James coming in late, but you've already agreed with Jason. So
yeah, guys, that's why you got to try to make quicker decisions, you know. But I appreciate it, James. But unfortunately, I already told Jason that he could have it for 350. So
okay,
sorry about that. But
this one did not sell. If I remember.
Right. So now we have the beautiful Reverse Flash. Sorry, what did you say? Coggy, did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm hearing the feedback again. Okay. And so James says that he offered 350 earlier, but I don't think yours came in before Jason though, James. I don't know, Kavi. What does your thing show?
Are we still talking about 6 now?
Sorry, yeah, the Boo Cook X Factor cover.
I see an offer from Jason, 350 on X Factor, 2:47 p.m. Then I see 2:48 p.m. from James, buy 6 or 375.
Right, his came in later.
You responded to Jason as a yes in between those, in that 1 minute period, basically, like in that area.
Exactly. All right. So look, Jason, you get it, but I know you're trying to pawn it off to James. So you guys can work it out, I guess, between you. But let me know which one of you is taking it, okay? So we can just keep this moving.
Perfect.
Yeah, let me know
West,
which one of
West is back for the Philip Tan at 3,000. He says you got it.
Okay, on my terms, all right, where I'm covered on the fees and all that. Right, perfect. Thank you, West. All right, we'll talk about it later. Appreciate it, bud. Thanks, man.
Well,
have a good day.
Congrats, West. So lot 33 is now sold.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around too. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Okay, and yeah, so here with the Ethan Van Sciver Reverse Flash illustration. Again, Rob Rush. I think what you guys are seeing is because you're seeing that delay, where for you guys it appears sometimes that he may have put his claim in first, but we on our end, on the back end here, we actually have the more specific information. And in fact, it was Jason who got his claim in first.
It's timestamped, just like all the other shows that you're familiar with.
It's crazy. I know it's crazy, but that's just how this whole thing works. It's not just our show. It's like this all over YouTube. Anybody who does these live streams, there's this weird delay that happens, and you can sometimes see the second person their claim come in before the first person. So sorry about that, the confusion, but that's
So,
just how.
so Rob is saying way back when we first showed that lot, he offered 350, but that was your discretion to wait until the let's make a deal portion to yield offers and come down on the price, right? So,
Well, listen, I don't know what he's talking about because I don't remember that. But if I never did, I answer to it. I mean, did I answer?
I don't
if he
remember.
did that,
I don't know. But
I mean, you got to let me know then, because if he, and I'm not talking to you, Kavi, but you guys in the chat. So Alberto's saying, yeah, but James offered 350 40 minutes ago. But what did I say? What did I reply to him, and did I say yes to him? Because if I didn't, then I know it's I may have ignored it, right? And
you said to wait until the recap.
Oh, okay. And you know what? Now, thank you, Marcus. Now I remember exactly which one it was. I remember when I said, yeah, I have to think about it and wait until later. The way I see that, I know it's tough because I kind of look at that as, well, we'll see later. Bottom line for me is the way I typically would handle that is clearly I was at that time. I felt like I didn't want to do it at that time. And so, then 40 minutes later, it just seems like, well, maybe now is like a new sort of reoffer. But listen, I want to make somebody happy. If all three of us who are talking about it, if we can work it out amongst each other and nobody gets angry, I just want people to be happy. So
You're good, bro. Everyone's fine. So let's move on to the lot 7, which I don't think you even really talked about yet. Even though.
Okay, yeah. Well, what nothing to say. Nothing to say from what I've already said. It's just a beautiful piece. If you love Matt Scriver's art, if you love Reverse Flash, it's gorgeous. I don't know if you're referring to this one, Jason, but nah, I can't. But you know what, Jason, if you're interested, but you know what, Jason, you're not even a DC guy, so I don't even know why you're talking about this one. But yeah, on this, I don't know. Anybody interested at? Man, this is a much nicer one because of the background. I mean, it's so much nicer than most of the pieces that he does, which usually go for like 450 to 5. I don't know. What about if is anybody interested at 400? Anybody at 4? Let me know. Yeah, if you're interested at 4, let me know. If not, I don't know. Throw something else at me. I don't know.
Okay.
And otherwise, we'll just keep it going.
Not seeing any action. So lot 8 was the Archie that sold. Lot 9 was the Liefeld. I don't believe this is sold.
No, that didn't sell. All right, guys. So we got the Liefeld, Ernie Chan, early 90s. Let's see. I don't know. I don't actually have that much room to move. I don't know. It's like it's still early 90s Liefeld.
Liefeld sold apparently. So.
Oh, actually, hold on. We sold this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. My mistake. My mistake. Yeah, this one. The George Perez number 10 is the one that's still available. All right. So yeah, George Perez. So 850. My God, I don't know how much lower to go on an early career mid-70s Marvel piece by.
So Chris Spanabel, by the way, is taking the Ethan Van Sciver piece.
Oh, I see that. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
And thanks everybody for your help on reminding us what sold and didn't sell.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, I screwed that one up big time, but I appreciate that.
I would have kept track of it if you told me to, but we're good.
Yeah. So you know what? I mean, man, that's tough. Let me give this a moment to think here. I would say, anybody interested at 650? If you're interested at 650 on this Perez early mid-70s early Perez piece, I mean that's cheap for mid-70s Perez, man. With Master of Kung Fu, coming out soon. I don't know. It just seems really cheap. But I'm surprised. I know it's not, like a super powered superhero. I know it's more like, a Master of Kung Fu related. But that's, I mean, look, I can't, if you guys, if nobody wants to go to like 650, I mean, I don't know. counter me. But yeah, since I'm not seeing any counters, yeah, man, I guess that'll have to pass, I guess.
Okay. Number 11, the bag, the Venom.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, Kavi. Just to let you guys know, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of the pieces are being consigned to me. After the show, I will typically, they will not be available anymore because they don't belong to me. However, for a couple of days, maybe, for those of you who are coming in and watching this late, maybe you're watching it, later on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever. If you see stuff that hasn't sold by the end of this episode, don't assume that it's going back to the consigner. If you want it, just contact me by email, and I'll let you know if it's still available, and maybe we can still do a deal. All right, Kavi, thanks, man. All right, so Heroes for Hire with these beautiful, beautiful Namor images, and I mean, I know what his sort of splashy panels sell for. I mean, it's right close to this. I would say if anybody's interested, sounds good, Jason. We'll settle later, bud. If anybody's interested, let's call it, let's say 600 for the pair. Yeah, I mean, six for the pair. I mean, I would typically put the left one at 275 to 3, and the one on the right I would put more like 4 to 5 ish. Now that he's gotten more popular with the Batman run. But yeah, if anybody wants the pair of pages for 600, I'll do that. Just let me know in the chat. But if not, yeah, let's. I'll hold on to them and we can move on. So yeah, man, I can't believe this did not go. But I'm also wondering if the thanks, Chris. I'm also wondering if the guys that are typically buyers of Ka-Zar art, who knows? They may not be here watching today. So it's one of the best from this run. And Brent Anderson was the main artist on the run, but he didn't do the whole run. A lot of different artists ended up coming in after him. So yeah, I mean, I can't do much better than this. If anybody in the audience does have some interest in Ka-Zar, I guess I would do 900 for today, just to move it today. But if not, it'll go back to the consigner, and yeah, that'll be that. But 900 is excellent. Like I said, I've seen a couple of them from Ka-Zar the Savage sell for 700, and okay, excellent. Wow, I'm surprised because the splashes and covers guy is getting a kind of a half splash as well. But awesome, Paul, awesome. Great purchase, man. It's a beautiful piece. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. It is, Rick. It is a really nice buy. Thanks, guys. Okay, so buy 14, an all full-figured Spidey splash, relaxing, having a good time, joking around with Paladin. Oh, gosh. Again, I would say, what about... Man, what about anybody in at... God, I paid more than 900 to buy Walker splashes myself. And they weren't Spidey. Yeah, what about... I'll still do, I don't know, 850. 850, anybody? If anybody's into it for 850, let me know. Otherwise, it'll go on the website, folks. And you can buy it there for full price.
Well, you didn't quite wait long enough for Alberto's 950 offer in, but he's going to take it for 850.
with a smile. Woo!
Nice, Alberto.
Yeah, man. Listen. It's going long, so I don't care. That's fine. Thank you, Alberto. 850 it is, buddy. I appreciate it. We'll settle up after.
All right.
515 Daredevil page. 12, man. Let me give me a second to think about this. I want to say, I don't know, man. How about 900? Anybody? How about 900 for this page? If anybody's interested, if that's good for you, I don't know. Let me know. I'm waiting for these very, very delayed comments. And yeah, sorry for the length, guys. It's the first time, so.
There you go. You got another sale.
All right, Alberto. Excellent. Thank you very much, buddy. 900 it is. Excellent. Thank you. All right, Kavi, let's move on to the next one, bud.
Okay, we got 16.
All right. Again, near and dear to my heart. Not so sure if anybody in the audience is a Salinas fan. And who knows, maybe I can buy this from the consignor myself after the show. But I don't know. Any of you, an even 1,000? If anybody's out there for an even 1,000, these things are starting to go for 2,000 to 6,000 over the last couple of years. So if anybody's out there for an even 1,000, that's cool. Otherwise, I think I'll let the consignor keep it, and who knows? Maybe I can make a deal with them. But let me know. Let me know for 1,000, guys. If anybody's out there is into Salinas. If not, yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
2 McDoubles and a milkshake. Exactly, Marcus.
All right, so the Spawn Savage Dragon sold, but this did not. The Jay Lee.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, just to address Rick, it is right up my alley. Right up my alley. That's what I'm saying. It's just, again, I didn't even expect my friend to consign something like that to me, and I was surprised. But I figured, okay, that's cool. I'll offer it to everybody. See if there's Salinas fans out there. If not, I can always buy it with him after, unless he wants to keep it. So cool, man. So buy 18. Let me give me a few seconds to think here. Man, let's see what I can do. Sentry first appearance. What about $950 right now? So I'm taking it all the way down to 1,000 and trying to give it to you for even below 1,000, so that you don't, psychologically have to deal with thinking, oh, I paid 4 figures. 950 sounds good for Sentry's first appearance. So if anybody wants it for that price, yeah, I think that's good. So let me know if anybody's interested. If not, yeah, we'll move on to the next slide, Kavi. Yeah, I can't believe this didn't go. Oh my God. I guess nobody's a Fedra and Rothschild fan. Yeah, and I see you, Chris. Yeah, man, I can't. Let me think. Yeah, no, man. I mean, nah. For the Sentry first appearance, no. I got to stick to my 950. Yeah, 950 is the cheapest. Yeah, sorry, Chris. Okay, so we got 18 here. Let me see. So Death's Head, Liam Sharp. Death's Head. Let me think here. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I put it up for the UK people, but no, not really, man. A lot of Americans and Canadians like this too. I've got room to move here, but I don't even see anybody showing interest. What about if I throw down immediately? What about if I give this to you for $800? I mean, that's a double page splash price of like something modern drawn today by plenty of artists. So this is buy 19. If anybody's interested, $800. Come on, man. It's got Death's Head, Wolverine. Early 90s Liam Sharp art. I mean, I can't promise you'll see it again, from the consignor for that price, but yeah, that's what I'm willing to go. If any interest, let me know now or later on after the show over the next 24 hours or so. All right.
Okay. I don't remember this one selling, but I could be wrong.
Nope. So this didn't sell. Yeah, I mean, I've sold several other pages from this issue and the one after it, all in the 4 figures, all of them in the 4 figures. They're just the best Stacy art that he ever produced. So There's no way I'm going into 3 figures. For the hell of it, I'll drop it to the lowest I possibly can in four figures. I'll do an even 1,000 if there are any Ken Stacy fans out there. Take it for 1,000. If you're there, just let me know in the chat as usual. If not, after the show, what have you. If not, I'll just keep it. That's cool. And yeah, that's cool. Let's move on, Kavi. Okay, yeah, unfortunately, it's not mine. This is from a consignor again, and it wasn't. It's a fairly recent acquisition. Anybody wants it, I can do 1,200 for this. But that's it. Sorry if I can just interrupt everybody. Marcus, you're offering 900 for what, Marcus? Oh, is it the Ken Stacy?
Yeah, it's the Stacy.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna lose it. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna have to do a live calculation on my calculator, but let me just do quickly. Of course, being Canadian, the foreign exchange fluctuation sort of screws everything up all the time. But just give me a second here. Stacy, okay, yeah, all right. So he's confirmed. Sometimes. Marcus, if you Marcus, if you can assure me that you pay the fees or pay me by check just so I can net 900 plus shipping. Yeah, it ain't gonna be loonies, my friend. 900 plus shipping net to me. You pay the PayPal fees or pay me by check. That I'll do. So please check. Okay, great, excellent. Thank you. Appreciate it, bud. It's done. Appreciate it. All right, man. All right, let's do this.
You had a question on the Liam Sharp.
Oh, what's the question?
What was your bottom price on that?
Hi, Paul. I believe that I offered it for. Let me think here because I don't want to make the mistake. I believe I quoted you either 850 or 800. So since I can't remember, let's say take it for 800 if you're interested, Paul. Let me know. Yeah. It was in fact. I'm getting confirmation from the sound booth here that it was in fact 800. Thank you, Derek. Yes, he's also confirming it was 800 indeed, Paul. So yeah, just let me know in the comments. And so yeah, so back to this. Yeah, sorry guys. You're welcome, Paul. Yeah, sorry, lowest I could do. Yeah, 1,200 is the lowest I can do here. Like I said, it was a recent purchase, and to be honest, that was the purchase price. So that's it. So if you can do 12, the consignor is getting his money back. So that's it. So let's move on to the next one, Tommy.
Right.
Okay, so wow, yeah, kind of a little surprised this didn't sell. Vintage Sienkiewicz from the 70s, hasn't been shopped around at all. What can I do on this? I really don't have much room to move. If there's any interest, I didn't see any interest before, but I'll Sam, man, step up to the plate. Anybody at 1,500? Yeah, and that's tough, but okay, an even 15. If anybody can do an even 15, that's unfortunately, yeah, that's the bottom. I can't go anything less than that. And again, I would even beg you to please, if you take it for 15, I beg you to please pay the PayPal fees or pay me by check, whatever. But yeah, that's cool, Kavi. People know they can get back to me on that. Wow. Okay, so the Butch Geist, Birds of Prey cover. Well, let me give this a little thought. Oh man, I don't know. 1850. Anybody interested in this cool Robin cover? Anybody at 15? An even 1.5. It's already over 2 decades old. By a great artist who's been around for almost 40 years already. Yeah, if anybody can do 15. Yeah, man. Thank you, Stanley. Yeah, that's it. And if you do 15, if you're interested, yeah, let me know. And yeah, nah, Johnny, I know you're trying to get deals. I cannot. I mean, look, I could do it if I wanted to, but I don't want to lose money just for the sake of losing money. I'd rather kind of keep it at that price. What did I say? 15? I mean, Johnny, out of curiosity, like, let me see. I just want to test you out to see if you're willing to sort of be reasonable. I would drop another 100 if you would be willing to go 1,400, just because I'd like to move it. I'd like to put it into another collection. Now you can't do it. Okay, no worries then, my friend. All right, I appreciate it. And no, that's cool. Anybody interested can get to me later. All right, let's move to the next one. Okay, so buy 25, 1,900. All right, guys, you know what? Bottom line, I'll drop it to the even rounded number of 1,500. Yeah, that's the best I can do. This will not go on my site. It'll disappear probably back into the collection of the consignor. But yeah, anybody interested, make an offer for 15. That'd be a cheap McGinnis cover. Yeah, and that's it. Let me know if anybody's interested, and we can do it later on. So where was I at? I was trying to get instant action, and I believe the instant action I tried getting on this was 17. I don't think there's a lot of DC fans in the audience today. I don't know, man. You know what? I mean, if anybody out there, you know, if any of you Aquaman fans or DC fans are out there, I mean, feel free to shoot me an offer. I don't think anybody out there today is looking for Aquaman, but I mean, if you want it for if
Johnny's gonna take 24, by the way. 14.
Yeah, I just saw that. I saw that. Thank you. I'll do that, Johnny. Thank you. Let's do it. We'll yeah, you email me and we'll talk about it later. But yeah, I mean, if anybody wants it, whatever, for 15, yeah, you can let me know now, today, tomorrow, what have you, and we'll work on we'll work out a deal on the Aquaman. All right, so by 27. Wow, man. So for the Batman piece, let me think. 24. I don't know. How about anybody want to do an even $2,000? If anybody wants to do an even $2,000, I'll do an even $2,000 on a beautiful DPS, gorgeous images of Batman. Yeah, you're welcome, Johnny. And yeah, let me know. I mean, if yeah. Otherwise, if I don't see any action interest anyway. So let me know afterwards. So did I move down on this one earlier? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If I moved down, I mean, I probably moved down all the way down. I would have moved down. I probably would have said, look, let's go to 2. You know what, man? It's like one of my favorite covers of the run that he did. But all right, like if there's a Green Lantern or Guy Gardner fan out there, or you know, just that whole Batman smacking him out back in '87, a fan out there, I will do for today only $1,700 on this. So let me know if you're interested. Otherwise, yeah, it'll be back on the website for sure, but higher than that. But for today, I'll do 1,700 if anybody in the audience is still hanging in and interested. But otherwise, yeah, let's just move on to the next one.
I don't think next one sold. I mean, I love it, so maybe I'm misremembering this one, but
yeah, no, it didn't. It didn't. So yeah, so by 29. Yeah. Okay. Any interest out there for $2,000 even? If anybody wants it for $2,000 even, I mean, sort of lesser quality pages have been selling between 17 and 19. Only a 3-panel page. It seems to me $2,000 is very, very, very fair for this one. And the Alcala inks are typically more sought after than like Dan Atkins or anybody else on this run. So yeah, I mean that's the best I'm willing to do honestly right now. And if not, the consignor keeps it, and he'd be very happy to keep it. So let me know over the next day or so, and if so, we can do 2K. Remind me of the 2K, and that's it.
I don't think the Buscema Avengers sold.
No, it didn't. Well, what can I do here? So Avengers 265, Buscema Palmer. You know what? Man, I don't like to drop so big, but if anybody's interested on this one, I'll do the same thing as the last one. I'll do 2K even. Yeah, 2K even if you want this beautiful piece by Buscema Palmer with all those great cap images from a great run. And if you're a Baywatch Hasselhoff fan too, it's a great pickup for you as well. Thanks, Marcus. Yeah, so that's it. We'll make it 2 for that, but it's got to be over the next day.
Okay. The next 3 lots sold, I believe, the Thing, the Cerebus, and the Philip Tan, but I don't think this one sold, the Ed McGuinness cover.
That's right. That did not. Man, this is a great cover, and I'm actually surprised I didn't get even any action on it. I mean, I don't know how cheap you want me to go on this. I can't really go much cheaper. There's no offers being thrown out, so I'll do bottom line 3.5. I'll do 3.5 just for today. Otherwise, yeah, that's it. Forget it. So 3.5. Anybody, if you're interested in this one, yeah, let me know in the chat, and we'll do a deal. Cool. Otherwise, yeah, let's move along.
Okay, the Doctor Doom cover sold. This did not sell. 36.
Right. Okay. So let me just tell you something, guys. I have. Not only did I sell this 9 years ago for $3.5K, I have since passed on a couple of offers on a couple of occasions at that same price. So I really wanted to get at least 4 out of it. But yeah, I mean, if there's interest, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. Thanks for showing up, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, if there's interest, 3,800. I'll do that for today. Otherwise, I don't mind keeping it. Yeah, just let me know in the chat or later on via email.
Cool. Ghost Rider sold. The Conan did not.
Yeah, man. I don't really.
And by the way, this is the last unsold lot. The final 2 lots sold.
Yeah, perfect. So last lot, guys. Thanks for hanging in. For those of you who are still around, I mean, I'm not even getting any action whatsoever on this. So you know what? Look, I'll do 4.5. I'll do 4.5 today, but yeah, at this point, the right buyer is just not here today, so that's fine. I'll continue to hold it. I don't mind. That's fine. So anybody, let me know 4.5 if you have interest. If not, yeah, feel free to reach out to me privately after. And I do see Chris. I do see. Yeah. And that was. Excuse me. That was. Yeah. No. Chris, when I said 950, I wasn't. That wasn't just salesmanship, man. Sorry about that. I wish I could say yes, but yeah, 950. Yeah, 950 is the absolute bottom I can go on that, man. Sorry about that. Yeah, I wish. I know it seems like it's only 100, but yeah, 950 is the bottom I can do on that. Sorry about that, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah. And so that's it.
I think that reaches the end. So do you want to just do a quick reminder for anybody who?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, thanks, Will. I appreciate it very, very much. And guys, be sure to check out Will's show tomorrow. It's going to be on at 5 o'clock. All right, the Dealmakers of Comic Art. And I don't know all the details, but it sounds like it's going to be really, really fun. They're going to be holding it live from the convention in LA. Yeah, so it's going to be a great time. So be sure to check that out, 5 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, sorry for how long it went, guys. Again, I do talk a lot, as you know, and yeah, it's a work in progress. We'll see what we can do to make the next.
You have
ones.
one last sort of combined offer attempt here from Alberto.
So Aquaman and Green Lantern. Oh wow, yeah.
So that was this and this.
Yeah, my God. I mean, how much was so? What did I say was my offer? So it was like I said as low as 17. I said rock bottom. Yeah, 17 on this, and I said how much on the other one? Sorry, I said 17 on this one, right? The Green Lanterns one, and then I believe I said, is it 14?
Mm-hmm.
So that's I see what you're doing. Yeah. So yeah, Alberto, do me a solid. You're saying 3.1, I believe was it, right, Kavi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it, man. Oh no. So Alberto, if you can meet me at 3 and cover my eBay fees, or send me a check. If you can do 3 plus shipping.
You mean your PayPal fees?
And yeah, you cover my PayPal fees or pay me by check. Yeah, I know you said 2.9. That's why I'm countering. I'm countering with 3 even. If you can do 3 even plus pay me by check or cover my PayPal fees. If you can do that, I that's what I can do. All right, Alberto.
There it is.
Awesome, buddy.
Wow.
Woo!
All right. That's awesome. Thank you.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Thanks to all of you. Yeah, just a reminder then. So to all of you who are still here, to anybody who bought anything, so the way you're going to do it is just please email me. You're going to email me at not my usual email, DaCollector. You're going to be emailing me at rubenthedealer@gmail.com. You can see it on screen right now. So just take note of that email address, rubenthedealer@gmail.com. Yeah, in the subject line, put the lot numbers or numbers if you bought multiple pieces. And in the body of the email, please just include your shipping address with a contact phone number, and that's it. And I will get back to all of you guys as soon as humanly possible. Give me at least the next 24 hours or so. Some of you may hear from me today, some of you tomorrow. Yeah, and that's it. And I really appreciate it. Again, one last time, thanks to everybody for subscribing. If you haven't, please do so again. Hit the notification bell, and if you like the show, hit the like button. Also, be sure to again check out Kavi and all his programming, his original art content on his YouTube channel, Comic Books NYC. Be sure to, of course, visit and attend all the shows that Bill Cox puts on. They're all fantastic. And again, Nick Barucci. Thank you, bro, for everything, for all your support. And everybody go see _EXP, The Experience, Fridays at 7 p.m. That's Nick Barucci's show. Thanks for all the support. Anything else we got to cover, Kavi, or is that?
No, you know what, Ruben? This was a blast. I mean, I know we've been working behind the scenes on this for a lot longer than the 2.5 hours we've been on, but yeah. I want to say thank you as well to everybody from me as well, and thanks for bearing with us since we both have never done something quite like this before, so I feel good about it. I think it went pretty well. I think a lot of cool people in the community got great art at great prices, and that's kind of what it's all about.
Yeah.
I know in your email blast you were predicting a 90-minute show, so I was predicting a 3-hour show. So the fact that we hit that 2.5 in the middle, yeah. So I feel good about it.
Yeah, everybody knows me well. That they should have expected a 5-hour show,
seriously.
Right? So I get it, and I apologize to everybody. And yeah, by the way, to all you guys making the comments about the time clock, I mean, maybe in a future show, a future sale, we can introduce it. But I like to talk anyways. I'm not so sure that would be the solution. I like the freedom of not having the time clock, but perhaps in the future at another sale, rather than putting a time clock, I would sort of maybe make it a 20-piece drop rather than 40, because 40 is kind of a lot. At least if you're not doing with a time clock, So, but it's hey Wes, thanks, man. I appreciate it, bud. And thank you, Robert Cookson. Thanks. I didn't think you'd be there. But yeah, who knows what the future holds? But yeah, again, this was all a work in progress. Thanks a lot to you, especially Kavi. You man, I owe you everything for this show, man. Everything. I really appreciate it.
Well, feel free to keep some of the money.
I appreciate all of you, especially out there in the chat all over the world. Thank you for supporting me, just for generally being friends with me on Comic Art Fans. Always shooting the breeze with me privately, going back and forth in the comment sections and the live chats of all the other shows that exist on YouTube. Man, I love you guys, and it's you guys that honestly make this hobby such a joy to be in for me. So yeah, thanks again for everything to all of you. Thanks for sticking around. And again, like, subscribe if you haven't done it already. And I do hope to see you guys again with either another sale or different types of content in the not too distant future. But in the meantime, both Kavi and I will see all you guys in the live chats of all the other various shows. So with that, we bid adieu, and thanks again to everybody, and also to my wonderful daughter and wife who were giving me secret info on who bought the lots. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Love you guys.
All right, we'll see you.